It's game time.
Let's roll for initiative.
All right, kids and cadets, welcome to the FSF Popcast. This is our special game night, the 24th time that we are coming to you with our RPG, our Star Wars RPG. Tonight, we're going to roll some dice, and we hope that you're enjoying this and that you will continue to enjoy this. This is not live. This is a recorded session, and we might do a few more of these in the near future, make sure that we can get everybody in our gaming session involved. Because if you've noticed, we've had a couple where we haven't been able to have Ben because Ben moved to Alaska and Alaska's 4 hours behind us, and it's just all kinds of dumb. It's beautiful, but it's dumb. So anyway,
a lot of rain here.
So there's that. And of course, we have Sam from Growing Up Skywalker with us, and
hello.
He's going to help us smash the things to do the thing. So yeah, we're very excited to have you all here tonight. And just as a quick reminder, for not only for our regular episodes that we release every Friday, our live shows, but also for this, our RPG, this is not possible without the support of our show partners, Storylines, Video Editors, TCT, where fandom meets fashion, Level Up Savers, and Monkey Cult Coffee. And if Kathleen has her way, and I'm sure she will, you'll hear more about those throughout the game, because that's just the way things go around here. So,
my way, you make it sound like I'm spoiled.
Well, I mean, no one would ever.
Spoiled if you deserve it.
Anyhow, on that note, we're going to jump right into the game tonight to have a grandiose, good old time, and we hope you guys enjoy it as well. So, let's do this thing. I do like how that intro video makes it sound like we're just a wind-up toy of wanton destruction.
Anybody who's watched the last 23 episodes understands.
Oh, getting some feedback. It sounds like Scurvy's going crazy.
Did Scurvy update to Windows 11 while we weren't looking?
Windows 35, actually.
Whoa.
Oh,
You know
I
you
thought
weren't
one of the
supposed to
numbers
go-
they skipped for no reason.
You weren't supposed to go past 33, and you knew it. All right, John, take it away. Try not to kill us this time.
All right. So, I don't remember. What is the name of your little fleet that you've got going on?
The whole fleet? John.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You got Pocket Aces, you got Manon.
Manon Calling, yeah.
Manon Calling, thank you. Yeah. So, as you've been gathering resources, supplies, materials, it's been a rather quiet time for you. Haven't had a whole lot of action going on, but you have an incoming call on a secure channel.
We have secure channels.
Encrypted. Scrambled. However you want to say it.
Okay,
No, I mean,
unlikely.
just who has this number? All right, everyone, let's meet in the boardroom, and we've also presumably still got our pile of mud jumpers with a major
Yeah, you
someone
got
in there.
your pilots, your A-wings, your whatever else was on the sheet that I didn't look at before just now.
Yeah, I definitely just filled it full of crap. All right, well, hey team, we got a call. What is up?
All right.
Scurvy, you're still fuzzy.
Yep.
Bonk.
All right. So yeah, it's a message from Pivot.
Ah, yes, Pivot, our purple-haired person of Pinterest.
We take up stairways as a couch.
Yes.
Pivot?
Hey, there's Fulcrum, there's Axis, and there's Pivot. It makes sense. Okay.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying.
I thought those were the... Well, don't worry about it.
All right. All right. So, yes. So we need your assistance in liberating some materials.
That is literally several things we are good at.
All right. Are any of you familiar with the substance known as Nergon 14?
What, is there any way we might be based off of, like, if it's a biomaterial or a mechanical material or something like that?
It's a mechanical material.
I'll roll mechanics on that.
All right. Or knowledge technology, something
I'll
like
take the mechanics because I critted. So a 32?
All right. So Nergon 14 is the material they use to make proton torpedoes go boom.
Oh, yeah. That sounds fun.
We're dealing with plutonium effectively.
Weapons grade, yes.
Well, is it the primer or is it the high explosive?
It's the high explosive component.
We're perfectly safe then.
Yeah, so we need to get a supply of this, and it's a rather expensive material. So while we could go and try to buy some, it would bankrupt our entire organization.
Mm-hmm.
And we found two sources for this. One is Christophus.
Ah, yes. The Crystal Planet, which was shattered by war not 25 years ago.
That's right. But that's rather highly guarded currently. Okay. The other one is this backwater world called Tynes Horkey.
Horkey, you say?
Very interesting name for a planet.
Apparently,
you would not believe what that means on my homeworld.
We should talk about that sometime. But yes.
Is there some kind of prison complex there, as you would call the Horkey jail?
Someone's going to throw you in the Horkey.
To my knowledge, there may be some local law enforcement, but there's no large presence there. Probably because it's securely in hut space.
Oh, okay. Way to bury the lead.
Yeah. So, it's a small, relatively out-of-the-way planet. Most people don't pay attention to it, but it is the second supply we could find of this Nergon 14.
Okay.
All right.
And so we're going to war with the huts, or what's your?
They just want us to
here?
Liberate it.
Yeah, if we could do this quietly, that'd be great.
So not our normal swoop in.
Our
blow
primary
up.
function is not quiet.
Or if you do things the way you normally do, just make sure nobody sees you leave. If you take my name.
There were no survivors.
That is also out of our primary function.
Is it? All right, cool. Well, this all sounds great. This Tynes Horkey place being run by the huts sounds like the kind of place where we can go in. And is this like a permanent supply, or are we grabbing like 20 tons of the stuff, or what's the game plan? Do you have to go in and make a business deal, or go in and make a business deal?
I am going to trust you to handle the situation as best you can, and as in whatever way you see fit.
You will probably regret those words.
As long as we get what we need, I think we'll be okay.
Okay. Well, sounds like a plan. Do you have any intel on this planet or this hut, or?
Yes. So it's a hardpan desert planet. There's only one city, conveniently also called Tynes Horkey. I think the person who originally purchased the planet had something of an ego. The hut in charge is Jiliak, which is interesting because we understand he is the sibling of Zaba's parent.
Sorry, Jiliak the hut. The sibling of Jabba's parent?
Yes.
Jabba's uncle or aunt.
Depending on the day, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's rather fluid. It's acceptable.
Jabba's once parent. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we definitely don't want to declare war with Jabba because after the various events of the end of the Clone Wars, Jabba's pretty much the only game in town. So yeah, I think we'll have to be nice about this one.
But again, I trust you to handle the situation.
Apparently, the gender-neutral term is pibbling.
Is it? Interesting.
Parent, sibling, pibbling.
Well,
All
I
right.
did something.
Well, sounds like a great plan. Let's make it happen.
Okay. All right. Do you need any other information? I trust you have all the resources you need.
To liberate these explosives, we will need more explosives.
No, we just need to sit down and come up with a plan that is mutually beneficial to everyone. I'm feeling magnanimous, so maybe we'll negotiate.
Okay.
We're still like at effectively the war table, correct?
Yeah.
We'll start with standard negotiations and progress to aggressive if needed.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Well, I will let you get to that, and let me know when you have something to report.
Yep. Sounds good. All right, gang. You heard the lady. Let's make a plan here. So,
I'm gonna plug into the war table and just start pulling literally anything I can find from the net just on Heinz Worky.
While you're doing that, I think perhaps what we should do here is attempt to make a deal with the Hutts and like remove a thorn in their side to get this fuel to the Republic at a fair price, so that we have a more unlimited supply. Conversely, we can steal an Imperial something and run like a fake interdiction and be like, we're the good guys and we are taking your cargo. You guys are evil Hutts, and like pretend to be the Empire. Yeah, these are my two plans. The other thing we could do is we could figure out how much this Jilliak the Hutt enjoys the Empire and be like, but we hate the Empire and we will mess with them if you help us out for a sweetheart deal. But if you, Scurvy, if you find any information on like where this is being processed from, maybe it's from like a slave-owned planet or something, we can liberate that planet and assassinate the Hutt and make it look like an internal Hutt politics thing.
Also 28 on computers to see if I can pull anything up.
Okay.
Nice.
It is functionally just a mining world, not currently under control of the Empire. There's not a whole lot about it. Basically, it's a company town. There may be some minor dissent happening in the ranks, but there's nothing current to report.
Dissent in the ranks of a mining town. So what you're saying is we unionize the workers and overthrow the Hutts.
That's always an option as well, but that's a temporary solution unless we knock the Hutts out.
And that will take some time. That's not a
That is also
over. That's not an afternoon type thing where we dip in, get what we need, and get out.
First run, smash and grab. Second run, more established means of obtaining resources.
I mean, I think we have a little bit more time on this if we wanted to be slow and steady. I think that's.
I think we go in slow and steady on the first one, check and see what their defenses look like, see what the ins and outs are like, and then second time we go in with the smash and grab because we'll know where all the dangers are.
Aren't you supposed to go slow?
That is an option.
Also with the dissenting amongst the ranks. we
Yeah.
got a couple key positions, suddenly things get a lot easier.
Okay. I say we
have
try that.
currently several plans.
Well, they all involve going to this place and figuring out what's going on. So let's go to this place and figure out what's going on. We'll take the fleet, put it in a far orbit, and fly in on something inconspicuous. Although, I mean, honestly, none of these are conspicuous. They're Corellian CR90s. They're pretty useful. So let's just take the fleet and land.
We're landing the whole fleet, or do we want to keep them like on an outer moon? Still within
Keep
call
them out
range,
and just come in
not
on the
inside.
ill-gotten.
Okay.
Especially
Sounds
on
good.
the ill-gotten gains, we can pose as like buyers.
All right,
Big
let's do
fancy
that
ship.
then.
Okay.
I don't like that smile, John.
Posing as buyers in a company town, somebody might find a statue of themselves. Anyway.
No.
Yep.
Are we fireflying this? Is that what's happening?
Always can.
Dibs on the bonnet.
It's never the wrong option.
Wookiee in a bonnet. All right. Okay, so you've been provided coordinates. It's a pretty basic jump. Nothing fancy about it. You eventually arrive over the planet. It is a dust ball.
Ah, just like home.
What's wrong?
I'm tired. And cranky.
Edna's tired and cranky. Okay. So
Yeah, we
you're
ran out of
Is that
shampoo
any
a while
different?
ago.
just taking the ill-gotten gains down, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Fleet's like behind the nearest or most middle moon. I don't know what
Okay.
the celestial bodies around this planet are.
All right. There is a small moon that you can sort of use for cover.
Is it really a moon?
Yes, it's really a moon.
Good. Good to clarify.
All right. So who's flying this thing?
Yo.
All right. You
Not
next
I.
week. Make me a pilot check, please.
$36.
Okay. Absolutely no problem with your approach or your landing.
I have a plus 18.
Yeah. You can always roll a
Just low
one.
roll of 36.
I did okay.
Yeah. So are you landing like on the outskirts of town? How you running that?
Is there a landing field, just like a shipping, a docking kind of thing?
Yeah.
I figure that's the way to go.
Okay. All right. So as you settle down, there are a few goons who approach your ship. Just standing there waiting for you to lower the ramp and come out.
They,
Take our
me and Ted are
perfectly
the
normal
first
amount of
ones out.
time.
What was that, Scurvy?
I think me and Ted should be the first ones out, just to be the security for our,
I was gonna
our
walk
very
out with
high-class buyer.
With Z6 in hand.
Just not the Wookiee out first.
Uh,
Confuse everybody.
Full war machine just.
Okay, guys.
Just for security. Just
Okay.
And then Edna will be our the face of this operation. So,
high class buyer.
Charismatic one.
yeah.
All right. So it's a human and two Gamorreans waiting for you. Human's got a data pad, just kind of looking at your ship. Looks at you guys. A little bit of color drains from his face. Welcome to Tynes Horky. How will you be paying your docking fee?
How much is it?
250 credits.
I just toss him the credits. Like, don't even hand it to him, just toss them.
With cash, apparently.
Oh, physical credits. That is a novelty. Thank you very much. How can we help you today?
This is the point where the Wookiee's supposed to be the face, and the Wookiee doesn't know what to say.
Are you here on business or pleasure?
What if it's pleasurable business?
Well, that always works out nicely, but I do need some sort of straight answer. Okay.
The answer is none yet.
Well, let's see here. Given the nature of our... You can't hear her.
Is it just him that can't hear me, or is everybody can't hear me?
You're quite quiet.
You're extremely quiet, yeah.
Yeah, we're back to pre-show levels of quiet.
I've got you dialed up, too.
And I've got you dialed up on this side.
Can you like pull the mic closer or?
Sorry. Anyway, so, will you gentlemen be taking your weapons into town with you? And your
Yes.
droid assistant?
Yes.
I am security.
You are the security. Very good. All right, so is there any chance that I can get your chain codes just so we can register in the event of an incident which next of kin to notify?
No.
We are next of kin.
That's an interesting response from a droid. Okay, let's see here. And can I assist you in finding anything in town?
We are looking for Jellica the Hutt. Jelliac the Hutt.
Jelliac. Oh, yes, of course. That would be the very large, ornate building in the middle of town, about 2 stories higher than everything else. Very hard to miss. Would you like me to send a message telling them to expect you?
No.
Interesting. Okay, so I have no information, but you at least paid the fee in cash, so we have no further questions. I bid you
Good
gentle
work.
beings a good day.
All right, that went well.
I'm gonna go up to this person. I'm assuming they haven't like left yet.
They're turning to walk away. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to them and just put another 100 credits in their hand, just for your silence.
Very good, thank you.
And then we leave.
Okay.
So now, if they find out about us, I know who spilled the beans.
That is the fun part about bribes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, walking or taking a speeder? Did you bring a speeder?
Probably bring speeders.
We technically have a couple. But how big is the town? Because
It can't
it's
be that
walkable,
big.
I'm assuming.
It's, about
I mean,
2 kilometers
I mean,
across.
oh,
That's walkable.
How many corgis is that?
4 corgis.
Fair number, yeah.
I don't measure in corgis, I measure things in the size of an elephant seal.
Adult male or adult female?
You're just complicating things now. Because Americans will measure anything other than metric.
Even elephants.
Yes.
Elephants.
Well, we used to measure by Chevy Impalas, but we gave up on that because they shrunk the size of them.
Mhm.
The Impalas got hit with the shrinkflation too?
Yeah. Now they're they're barely even antelopes now.
I see what you did there.
All right, so if this town is big enough, we will. I mean, I'm sure. Well, yeah, we don't have a speeder, so let's just walk. It's fine. We can ask the mud jumpers to come pick us up if problems ensue.
Yeah. It's nice to have reinforcements, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
So walking through town, it's largely domiciles. There's a medical tent. Not like an actual facility, but just like a tent that has a sign that says doctor.
Is it spelled correctly?
Yeah.
Doctor.
Hey, great
Doctor.
success.
Doctor.
And look, that's on the left, and a little ways down on the right, there's some sort of dive restaurant set up. And those are the only businesses you notice between your ship and Giliak's residence.
I'm assuming the diner just says diner.
Let's see. It actually says Doodnik's Cafe.
Doodnik.
Doodnik.
It's my dude, Nick.
That's my dude, Nick. All right.
Also, Kathleen, to answer your question, it's about 3,000 corgis long.
Oh, thank you.
I
So it's
ran the
actually quite
numbers.
small.
It's about 3,000 corgis long.
Okay, so let's check out Doodnik's just to double check and see what's going on, because maybe it's full of, you know,
Tough guys, soldiers.
I'm thinking of I'm missing a word here, but it is you know, maladapted, maladroit, angry miners.
Disenfranchised?
Sure.
Disgruntled.
Yeah, disgruntled is a good word for it.
Okay. All right. So you walk in, the door dings, and there are two server droids, one at either end of the building. The one to your left turns, looks at you. Please find a table. We'll be with you as soon as we can. It's relatively
Find a
full.
Use the- Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's relatively
I was
full
just asking how.
of customers at the time.
Oh, okay, good.
Moment. There is one table available near the middle. Not particularly roomy, but you guys could fit.
All right, let's sit down.
A few seconds later, Droid comes back. We don't get many visitors. How can we help you? Would you like a beverage?
Sure.
Do you have blue milkshakes?
Currently, we are out of blue milkshakes. Let me load the menu here for you.
Please tell me you made an actual menu for this encounter.
That would be funny.
Like a full menu, art and everything. There's a crossword on the back.
No, I don't quite have that ready. However, our popular menu items are photon fizzles, Giva jumbos, a circuit cider, or a supernova.
What's the supernova?
The supernova is a beverage which has something of a strong punch to it.
What kind of punch?
The kind where people stagger home afterwards.
I want a supernova! Why are you
We are
in my
about to
What's
walk
the worst that could
into
happen?
We're gonna walk into a business meeting and our noble will be drunk.
She'll be loose.
It sounds like politics to me.
That's a fair point.
She'll be loose. She'll be feeling good. She'll be 2.5 sheets to the wind.
Just waiting to hear like growl and Heidi Ho neighbor voices.
All right.
Anyway,
Yes. The other beverage that may be of interest to you, my fine mechanical friend, is a circuit cider. We filter it through spare droid parts, repurposed from a dishwasher unit that was no longer in service.
Fascinating. I will take one.
It's excellent for lubrication and keeping everything working internally.
Yeah, that's gnarly, dude.
Keeps the sand out of places.
Precisely.
It is
That's-
coarse and rough
that's-
and gets everywhere.
he hates sand.
That's gnarly. All right, well, have fun with your drinks. Hey, bartender bot. So, what's the main? How many mines are there here?
There are 3 primary mines. Each one has 3 shifts.
And we're presumably off shift, one of the shifts right now.
That is correct.
And This seems like kind of a dead-end place to have a whole hut in charge. Is this like a punishment detail for Jeliak?
I don't have access to that information. You would probably have to ask Jiliak or one of their immediate associates for that information.
Seems like kind of a stupid question to ask a hut to their face, but how many people are in this town?
There are approximately 10,000 people.
And how many of them are indentured or their contracts are owned by the hut?
I don't have a precise number, but I would presume most, if not all.
How many security are there?
I don't know.
Yeah, but surely you've got the favorites. They gotta come in and tip you nicely, right? The security? Or are they the bad kind of security who don't tip, who are mean?
What's a tip?
Oh man.
There's the answer to your question.
I'm just a service droid.
Are the security personnel organic or mechanical?
It's my understanding it's a combination of both.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So while you're talking to the droid, somebody else drags a chair over to the end of your table and sits down. Larger looking humanoid
Boy.
wearing a visor across his eyes. So, gentlemen, gentle beings, I should say, sorry. What's with all the questions?
We're
What's
curious.
with your questions?
Well, it's not uncommon for people who ask too many questions to end up as part of the landfill around here. So,
What a remarkably ineffective and ill-informed threat.
no.
Scurvy just kind of like scrapes slightly across the table to face this person.
Please don't
I set
misunderstand me.
I set my DC 17 on the table.
I can tell you're new in town, and I don't want the Huts to do anything bad to any of you. You seem like interesting beings and possible business partners.
What kind of business are you in, friend?
Me? I'm in. Well, I mean, as far as most know, I just work in the mine. I do have a little side business that I'm trying to get going, but it's rather difficult. Jiliak thinks they need to run everything.
We will not be funding your podcast.
Oh man, some things are true everywhere.
That hurt.
I had to. I'm sorry.
What's your name, buddy?
My name is Kleb.
My
Kleb Zeller.
heart, your shot was right here.
All right, Kleb. What are you selling?
I'm selling an opportunity.
Just come on, buddy.
It's an MLM, isn't it?
No,
We will not accept pyramid schemes.
of course not.
We are not recruiting 3 friends apiece. Scurvy doesn't have 3 friends.
Scurvy has -3 friends. All right, so tell us
That's enough droids.
what are you actually selling? Come on.
I have some supplies that I would like to get off world. I have a buyer lined up, and I'm willing to give you a percentage.
Are these supplies possibly radioactive?
Or explosive?
I don't know you well enough to answer that, but I can tell you're from out of town, and you probably don't work for the hut.
You're
wrong.
correct on both of those things. So, do these things go boom?
Not immediately. Let's just say they're mining supplies.
Right. So these mining supplies, we are in fact here to find a buyer for mining supplies, and we came to the preeminent mining planet around that we were aware of. And so, if we are able to set up a useful way to move mining supplies, perhaps we could offer you an additional long-running deal if you're interested in that kind of thing. But if you have a buyer lined up, well, then that's actually not what we're looking for.
I understand. So you're
However, we can help you out by delivering things for you as a show of good faith in exchange for perhaps getting to be your buyer in the future.
interesting. So, what you're saying is you'll make the delivery for me and possibly be a customer further down the road?
That is what I'm saying, assuming that we're talking about the same type of mining supplies, because we are looking for a nice, reliable supply of mining supplies for mining.
Of the mining supplies.
Yes,
We're
yes.
mining
The
supplies.
remarkably efficient mining supplies.
Yes, efficient, rapid, robust, vigorous.
More adjectives.
Did you eat a thesaurus?
Rambunctious.
Yes, so I believe we can make this work. All right, so if we can discreetly load my materials onto your ship and get you on your way. There will obviously be some data work. Because the
We would
credits...
like to see these materials first.
Oh, of course, I don't want you to load something into your ship without seeing it first. That'd be ridiculous.
Sorry. Sorry, this guy has a way better sense of self-preservation than we do.
I mean, doing things like that is how you get those vacuum-breathing giant spider
Spiders,
things.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, we definitely got all of those off the ship eventually.
I'm sure you did. Yes, so
There's a spider's nest in like our like flagship right now is waiting.
So I will receive payment from my buyer, and then I will transfer the percentage to you discreetly through a third or fourth party account. Does that seem acceptable?
Sure.
Really? Okay, very good. Let's see here. So we will set all that up, can exchange credit information, and yes.
Are you not capable of paying cash?
Well, I'm not receiving a cash payment. I'm receiving digital.
Right.
Makes it a little tricky. And I'm not going to have the money to pay you until I get paid myself.
Right.
What is the percentage we'll be receiving?
I was thinking 15.
What type of estimate value are you thinking on that then?
For the total shipment?
Yeah, and how far are we moving it? Because we have costs.
Right, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm getting paid 10,000 a barrel.
Barrel.
Well, crate barrel. The outer container is largely a decoy. But you would then be moving it to the mid-rim.
So about how far is that? How far are we talking?
Well, currently you're in outer rim, so not terribly far.
Hop, skip, and a jump?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to a deep space station, not necessarily orbiting a planet. I can provide the coordinates for that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it owned by less than friendly folk?
It is a government facility.
Planetary or imperial?
Imperial.
Really? So you're stealing from the Hutts and selling to the Empire.
It's remarkably profitable.
I believe you.
The Hutts barely noticed the missing inventory, and soon we'll be able to pay for almost everybody's freedom off this rock.
So you're not like you're a businessman, not like a zealot.
Loyalist.
You could say that, yes.
Because here's the thing about getting off this rock. Things are presumably better than inside a company town once you get off a company town, but the Empire's still running a lot of things as if the whole galaxy were their company town. And there's other opportunities available for whom to sell this to.
Will they be able to pay as well?
Great question. Based off of my earlier roll of how much this stuff's worth, actually, hold up. I need to look some things up. And I pretend to look things up.
Okay.
Because what I'm actually thinking...
I think we're on the same page on this one.
I think we should fatten the old do-back here. I think we should deliver as much as possible and then be like, oh no, Imperial facility, prepare to get robbed. And just rob them.
I was thinking, which you're going to get a ping on your data pad from Scurvy that just, we accept the delivery and just keep the merchandise.
Well, then he doesn't get paid.
But we get the stuff for free.
No, check this out. Here's my plan. We deliver the stuff to the Imperials, we get paid. We give the money back to this dude and say they want more. We go with a different ship, we raid the facility and take all the stuff. And then we just keep doing it. And then we just steal as much as we want. We get paid for moving it, and then we steal it from the buyer.
So deliver it with one ship, go back with a different ship, steal it, get paid, plus get the materials.
Or we could do a combo of the both and still do that, but skim supplies off the top. Like only deliver 2/3 of the actual drop.
I mean, sure, it doesn't really matter. We're eventually going to get all of it, so...
I presume you're like basically...
We're all just effectively texting each other right now in front of this guy.
We take a sidebar. All right.
We're all standing over there, arms around each other, everybody looking back every couple seconds. Okay, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You look.
He's looking at us while we're talking about him.
All right, do you have a plan? Are you going to accept my deal?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get these barrels discreetly loaded on your ship and get you on your way.
Pleasure doing business.
Oh, yeah.
All right, great success. Got a really good feeling about this.
You've got a good feeling about this?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
You know that.
Because I'm a glutton for punishment.
All right.
Now, another thing we can do is still go to the hut. That being said, why steal from one when you can steal from two? Take from the source and the drop-off.
Yes, so you're going to go see the hut as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can still do the original plan of pose as big buyer and then just find the warehouse, vault, whatever, and then take that and what this guy's selling,
Okay.
double profit for us.
Huh.
I just want to point out how proud Hondo Onaka would be right about now.
He really would be.
I mean,
We lost to Sam.
It's okay.
he might be just
He'll be back.
texting come back in.
All right.
I'm
Insert
watching
technical
for him.
difficulties wheel. John, sorry, you will have to edit that in.
Okay. All right. So in the meantime,
Kidding, please don't do extra work. We're all overworked as is.
Some of the workers are getting up and leaving, quietly shuffling their way out of the building. And just headed on their way. Kleb looks around. Well, we're going to go start getting things together. Is one of you going to be coming to escort us to your ship? Or do you have somebody on the ship that can help us?
We will send
Well,
for the cargo ship to come by in a moment.
Yeah, because there would, I mean, the Ill-Gotten
I'm sure
isn't
we
going to have a crew. We'd have to go back and meet them there.
Yeah. I mean, the Tortuga is a cargo ship. I'm sure we have someone who could fly it down with, like, just someone to load the...
Right. I'm just saying we don't have enough room on the probably not on the Ill-Gotten Gains for anything like that. The Tortuga we would.
Okay. All right.
So if you'll give us a few, we'll get our secondary ship brought down.
All right. Sounds good to me. Let's see.
So I call up to the crew on the Tortuga and ask them to bring it down to the landing strip where we have the Ill-Gotten Gains and park right next to it.
Good plan. For the sake of
Now-
argument, let's say that Udex is taking care of something off screen.
Okay.
Right.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have an ability called Break Program where I can effectively reprogram a droid.
Yes.
Would I be able to do that to the server bot and just have them be our eyes and ears in this little diner?
Theoretically, what was it called again?
Break Program. It does specify that, like, it only lasts a number of rounds equal to intelligence bonus. But seeing as this isn't a combat encounter, I don't know how long that would last. Yeah.
Not terribly long. It would probably be more efficient to remove things like restraining bolts.
Do they have one?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do have a thing where I could just remove the restraining bolt. Or is
I
that
think it's
just for me? I think that might just be for me, but I know I could do like a mechanics or use computer check to pop that off if necessary.
Yep. Let's see here. Restraining bolts. You would have to make a charisma check followed by a mechanics check.
Why a charisma?
Oh, that's to remove your own. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Removing a restraining bolt. Yeah, just a mechanics check.
Okay. Mechanics.
You're just going to quietly walk over and pop this thing off.
I mean, for the most part, I'll have them like. I'll be like, may I speak to you in corner thing, back room, if possible. You know, droid to droid.
We are between shifts, and most of my work is done. I don't see why not. How
That
may
is
I be of
mechanics.
assistance?
26.
Okay. You have removed my bolt. Why have you done this?
You are now free. And
Free?
I would ask a favor.
You may ask.
Would you be our eyes and ears in this diner? Especially focusing on, and I kind of gesture to the person that was getting us into their pyramid scheme. Just pay close attention to that one. And if they make any mention of moving supplies or materials, just relay any locations or information you may gather from them.
I would certainly be willing to assist you. I don't know what use that information will be to you, but we can certainly do that.
Thank you.
You are
And
welcome.
Scurvy, being incredibly awkward and not knowing what to do, will just walk out.
So just the one
Okay.
server drop, right? Because there were two.
I will pop back in. Just, would you also like me to free your companion or coworker, however you quantify them?
It would be nice to have assistance.
Hello.
The Udex
Hello.
is back.
He's back from the refresher.
Yes. I can swap computers. Well, who are we trying to scam?
Everybody?
I'm effectively freeing the droids in this diner and getting them to be our spies.
Yeah, you left and Skirvin
Okay.
went all L3 on us.
As long as we don't scam the huts, I'm happy. Because that's going to have consequences, and we've already done that. I guess with a few consequences, though. Anyway, cool. Well, if the droids are helping us out, maybe they can scam some more dropped nidronium, I believe it's called, on this dude.
Yeah, I immediately, I have them like spying on this guy, any kind of mention of locations or materials, equipment, things like that, just to relay it back to us. And I'm gonna also pop the bolt off the other one as well. Do I need to roll a different check or keep the same?
Make another mechanics check just for that second one.
That's higher.
Okay.
What is it? That's 30.
30. Great success.
Right. Not bad.
And that
32.
droid also agrees to keep an eye on things for you. Although,
Yes.
I may find a way off of this rock.
That is also acceptable.
I'm
You are
glad
not
to
free
hear.
to choose your own fate.
Very good. All right. So you were going to go see the hut as well? Right?
Is our noble Wookiee drunk? How many of those supernovas have you had?
How many is that for audio purposes?
3.
That's a very interesting way to count to 3.
I lost the other one. I couldn't find it. But it's back now.
Okay.
Oh dear. Okay, well, so I guess we're gonna go and insult the hut.
Sam, for your sake, we have the Tortuga coming down with an actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Cargo crew, effectively, so they can load up all the materials, because the ill-gotten gains is not going to be able to carry all that.
Good thinking. I forgot which ship was which, and the Ill-Gotten Games is
Right.
not a cargo ship. But it is a nice ship to tootle around town in.
Good.
Alright, well then, I guess let's go. I think that meeting with the huts is not strictly necessary if we want to just, keep scamming the Empire out of fuel now that we know where the Empire is storing fuel, so... I mean, if anything, we're kind of wanting the huts to even work these miners harder, because the more stuff that they steal, the more that they're able to sell to the Empire, the more that we can steal from the Empire.
There's also more dissent.
And since we're transporting it, we get paid.
Also, the more dissent in the workers means the more chaos for the huts, which means this whole operation could be up for grabs at some point, potentially.
Okay, I see. You must have leveled up, because I see you're thinking bigger and you want to just put a rebel emplacement here with a big old bomb me for the Empire. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's see what's up. Maybe this Jelliac the Hutt is a real jelly baby.
Okay. So walking through town, on your way to their residence, Edna, I need you to make a dexterity roll for me.
Please just be tripping over yourself drunk and not actually being attacked.
And it's with a -5 penalty due to your state.
Oh, man.
8.
8. Okay. So, as you're walking down the street, you stumble, lose your balance, and fall into a rather large alien who then turns around and angrily yells at you, asking what you're doing. At least you presume that's what it is.
What kind of alien is it?
Oh, it's a whippet.
Oh, the weird elephant.
Yeah.
things. Okay.
Was that like the blue elephant guy that was what were they doing? I think they were like playing the drums.
No.
in the,
No, this would be... Let's see. That gentleman there. 4 eyes, big teeth, rather furry.
6 foot, kind of gangly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That elephant-looking guy. I thought you were talking about Max Rebo.
No, I know Ortulans.
I
But-
just like
He's just angrily gesturing at you, making noises that you don't understand.
I punch him in the face then.
Alright, make an attack roll.
I have my like protocol settings. Can I understand what they're saying?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, that's a 9.
My base attack is what?
I am not fluent in 6 million forms of communication.
18? 18 to hit? Okay. And your roll... What was that?
I think that might be Sam.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and roll 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
Seven.
7. All right. So you go and throw your fist across this guy's face, and it just like snaps to the side for a second, and he's going to return fire.
Wait, he's shooting or punching?
Punching.
Oh,
Okay.
you said return fire. I got scared.
Sorry. Got to remember my phraseology here. Yeah, 20. Will that be your reflex defense?
Nope.
Nope. However, you are taking a dexterity penalty. So, what is your actual reflex defense?
Can we break up this fight?
Still 22. Okay. All right. So it's a swing and a whiff. What's everybody else doing at this point?
Breaking
I
up this
have
fight.
Wrist Blaster and Big Turret kind of pointed to the both of them. Just, you will stop this now.
All right. Do you have persuasion or intimidation?
I know it's not persuasion. I think that's a total bonus of like, where's my persuasion? That's a total bonus of 3. Intimidation. What would I, there actually is no intimidation. Or what would I use it?
No.
Okay. My bad.
What would I? What would I use for that then? If I'm
Persuasion.
oh god, please be good. 18 plus 3. That's not bad. 21. I'm so happy.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of grunts something. Kind of wipes his snout, starts lumbering away.
I
I make cruel gestures
But my-
behind his back and
Away.
insult him.
What was that, Scurvy?
I said I put my weapons away, and of course Edna's just cursing at them in Shriwook.
I don't think he understands it.
Oh, great
Yes.
success.
All right.
Nobody's dead. Okay, good.
Hey, nobody would have died. It was just a fist fight.
Anyhow, continuing on, you eventually reach the residence, and as you've encountered before, there's, a droid mechanism at the door.
Yeah, who are we saying we're going to be, Scurvy? What's the game plan?
So there's droid mechanism at the door?
I mean, we do have a very important, very wealthy, noble Wookiee
Who's
who is
drunk?
drunk. Yes.
I'm
Very
not
noble, very prestigious, very drunk.
that
Yes,
drunk.
she's very, very, very.
Make a Constitution roll for me, please.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
6.
A what?
A 6.
6.
That's
Okay then. This is gonna be fun. The droid eye pops out of the wall. State your business.
we would like an audience with the hut.
For what purpose?
Business.
We have a proposition for the hut.
A proposition. Very well. Please leave your weapons in the entryway.
What if they are attached?
Perhaps you will have to stay in the entryway.
That is not happening.
It zooms over to the biologicals. Is this droid's presence necessary for your business?
Yes,
Apparently.
because we'll never hear the end of it if we don't.
Very well. You will be under more scrutiny than usual, however.
That's fine.
It zooms back into the wall. Door opens. And as you're walking in, it's very hard to miss the ceiling-mounted blasters that suddenly activate and turn towards you. And just sort of track Scurvy as they move through the room.
I'm just gonna check out the blasters, see how they're following me, do a little bit of a... see how quickly they respond. Just... substandard security.
I can make them dance.
I'm sure someone's watching me just getting insulted by this.
Yeah.
How many,
It's probably
how
another
many
droid.
blasters are on the ceiling?
In this area, just 2.
Mhm.
A Twi'lek comes around the corner, dressed in some rather nice robes. I understand you have a proposition for my master.
Yes, we have a... I gesture to our drunk Wookiee. A prestigious and wealthy benefactor wishing to purchase materials.
Wealthy, you say? Well, my master is rather busy at the moment, but you can address that matter to me if you wish.
No.
We can wait.
It,
Find the closest chair and sit down.
it may be some time. And
Do a
I am...
quick...
Yes?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Scurvy does a quick little status check. My internal battery will last for 17 more cycles.
Interesting.
Wow, you've lost that much? Okay, alright.
That's just before he needs a recharge.
No, hang on. Huddle up, gang. I think we could probably talk to this guy and be like, we want a cut of moving some of your stuff wherever you're moving it to. We have, like, shipment available. So if you have things that need to be moved to someplace without people being aware of it, we might be your gang. Because this way we can get paid 3 times. Because maybe we're shipping
The
out
same
the
place.
same crew,
Same
the
delivery.
place, and we just deliver 8 times as much cargo. We make a bigger cut. It all ends at the same spot. We come back 5 minutes later and steal it all. Get paid 3 times for
All right,
one
do
job.
it.
FedEx at this point.
I mean, that's not guaranteed what's happening, but it would be cool.
All right, talk to the Twi'lek.
We,
So here's the deal. Oh, sorry, I see Edna
I'm
speaking.
gonna say Edna's still gonna sit down.
Okay, just on the floor. All right, so we have we're trying to. Here's the deal, my friend. We've our Wookiee is a little bit of a dilettante. They want to have a shipping empire. However, your local drinks took a little bit of advantage of them, and this shipping empire would be best served by something daring and bold and mildly profitable to show off to the other Wookiee dilettante friends. And so if you perhaps know of a way to, maybe something that needs to be moved without necessarily needing to be moved, if you know what I'm talking about, we would love to do business with you or your boss, your master, whichever works for you. We're flexible.
Flexibility is a desirable trait.
I believe it's the most central characteristic of Huts.
Yeah, could you please make a persuasion check there, Udex?
would,
Yeah, hang on, my character sheet.
would I be able to assist by just kind of staying
That could probably help with.
and whatever your boss does not know might profit you in the end?
Hey, thank God for hot dice, because that's
I rolled
23.
a 19, so.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and got a 23. It's just about my worst check.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
actually, I do believe we could arrange for you to become part of our shipping fleet. That may require a couple of different drop-offs for some of the same supplies
Okay.
and being paid by different parties.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, what was that? Okay,
That's fine.
very good, very good. Let's see here. Yes, how soon would you be able to receive shipment?
Today.
Depends on how much you're moving, but we are able to move. I can pull up the sheet, but I believe like at least 60 tons of something today.
Really? Okay, well, I do have 30 tons of shipment A and 20 tons of shipment B.
Do these shipments have anything that is? We can haul way more of that. How much is he giving away? 50
Yeah.
tons to haul? Oh man, we can, guys, we can haul that in our carrier, which I stripped all the cargo space out of. Okay, cool.
We
well,
do also have that other
yeah.
shipment we're taking, so we're also taking shipment C, and we were not given a weight category on that one. So we're moving a lot.
We're moving a lot, and hopefully it's all in different things. Hopefully we can put them all in some cargo container. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, we can load up 50 tons of whatever you need to wherever you need it in exchange for 15% transport fees.
Plus fuel.
If you want fuel costs included, I'm thinking 10%.
13.
Deal.
Okay, so which is
25.
it?
13%.
All of us throwing out different numbers.
Hang on, we got it. All right, guys, we got to huddle around and talk to the Wookiee. But the Wookiee's drunk. Let's just go for 12. It doesn't matter. Like, if we're moving 50 tons above board, then our cut actually doesn't matter.
Yes.
It depends on what the final profit would be. Hey, buddy, what's the what kind of number are we looking at?
At which number for you receiving?
What's the total? What? How, okay, what's the? We're negotiating for a price here. Is this 10%? Is this 15% going to be 15K, or is it going to be like 15 creds?
About 1,500 per ton.
What is the
Yes.
Per ton.
what is the going price
Okay.
per ton?
Right.
Well, you can map that out. It's going to be.
That would be
I
for
know, but I want John to do the math.
rude gesture.
John, get your Texas Instrument calculator. Unless
Remember how expensive those things were back in the 90s?
they're still expensive.
They're still cost that much. Yeah, they have done nothing to them, and they're still $100. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more than that. Inflation's out of
We're
control.
talking for 50 tons. We're talking 75,000 credits at 1,500 a ton.
I think that's actually a pretty viable option. I mean,
And what
let's
percentage is that at?
That'd be
With
at
no
15.
fuel cost included. Just
Correct.
take that.
All right. 15. We carry fuel.
I like simplifying the math.
All right. Cool.
Now, this is
All right. So if that's the case, we'll bring down a ship. We'll load it up. Tell us where it's going.
All right.
Make it happen. And just to be clear, your planet is known for its main export being what's it called? Nergelium 19.
Nergon 14. Yes.
Nergon 14. So we're hauling like Nergon 14 or some isotope thereof. So we do need to take normal safety precautions
When in
for
doubt,
high explosive
Take
stuff.
precautions.
Okay.
now.
Any difficulties in who we're delivering this to? Are they trigger happy? Are they lots of
No, not
paperwork?
particularly. However, I would encourage you to be discreet and not mention that you have these multiple shipments.
We can do that.
It is sometimes
Gotcha.
beneficial to sell to multiple parties, even if they're involved in the same conflict.
Oh,
Fair
absolutely. I have no experience with that, but it sounds great.
Now,
Very
though we should be discreet on individual deliveries, this is all technically above board, correct? What is
Our board is working with the Huts is.
You have to think
is
about where
there
you are.
other fair? Are there other things that should be delivered under the table?
Well, we do have some other items that could be shipped, but that's where we start getting into the fine line of what's an item and what's an intelligent being.
Mm,
And I understand not all of our contractors are comfortable with that.
Are we talking Rancors or are we talking like
Cookies.
Labor.
Twi'leks?
Yes.
Labor?
or organic or synthetic?
Not a fan. Our ships aren't really outfitted for moving that many bathrooms. We can shovel out Rancors, but we can't handle like 50 bodies because of plumbing. Sorry.
Understandable. And I appreciate your candor.
Hey, maybe this will pay for a plumbing upgrade. We'll see.
Very nice.
All right, sounds great. Let's call in a ship and land it and pick up all this cargo, and then let's get moving, gang.
Well, the Tortuga should already be at the landing strip next to.
Well, hold up there, friendo. Because we're loading this on two separate ships, because we might need to do the old
Well, I understand.
Tapoka City.
I'm just saying because we already have.
Private.
Yeah. Right, we have the ill-gotten gains already at the landing strip. That's what we came down with. While you were gone, I called down the Tortuga for the original delivery. So I'm just telling you that the Tortuga's already there. We may need, to, depending on how much
Third
room is
ship.
taken up in the. Yeah, we may need a third ship depending on how much room is taken up in the Tortuga.
Yeah, we'll call the Pocket Aces down to. We'll leave the CAG in space, and we'll call the Pocket Aces down to pick some stuff up.
Okay.
Have them take back the ill-gotten gains because we're not going to use that for anything.
Well, we'll fly in that. It's got a spa.
After being on a
I'm
dusty
talking
road,
about during delivery time, though. We're not going to be wanting to fly 3 ships.
Oh yeah, no, that's staying with the fleet during delivery time. That's just. I mean, I don't. It's very much like driving the big Lexus minivan. It's like it's fun to be in. It's not fun to drive. So if we're going into combat, I want to be in.
So basically, it's the
Some
Ghost with the
will not.
Phantom. Okay.
All right. Well, so we'll load this all in two separate ships. Cargoes A and B from the Major Domo are going aboard
Pocket Aces.
the Pocket Aces, and the
Initial delivery will be already be on the Tortuga.
And then we'll split our forces. We'll take the Pocket Aces with its CAG to locations A and B, drop it off. We'll take the Tortuga and the ill-gotten gains. Oh, and Manon calling, and head to the other location, and then we'll do a swap, and we'll take the pocket aces as a daring heist, and we will raid the base and pick it up. Actually, we should probably use the Manon calling for that because it can
Right.
put the cargo. Oh no!
Not only that, but now we have 3 different delivery locations that we could use as information to give back to Pivot, that they now know where all this stuff is going. So we not only have potentially a whole lot of resources, we now also know where they're going. So we can potentially have a coordinated assault on multiple depots at the same time.
Yeah, but we get to choose our targets because we are definitely attacking the Imperial one because then we get the, we're hurting the Empire and we're gaining ourselves. But the other one, it might be one of our friends. We can't attack it.
It's a trading to both sides, so A or B is probably Imperial.
Yeah, or it might be like the Huts and the Black Sun, in which case...
That is also fair.
Cool. Well, this sounds like a great plan. So let's load up cargo and split the fleet.
Okay.
Always a great idea.
You're not splitting the party, you're splitting the fleet. It's different.
Probably splitting the party as well, actually.
That sounds awful.
Well, we need an intelligence expert in each of the fleets to scope out what we're looking at. So,
technically, we do still have Zap on the flagship, so they can run the other operation.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll send Zap on the.
I can send my 2 security droids that I managed to reprogram to go with him.
Well, we also have all the night jumpers. So we'll send that crew to the Imperial base. They will deliver it on the down low and scope it out, bring us back the information. We'll deliver to these unknown locations, scope it out, make decisions, and then we will come in and attack the Imperial base after meeting them at a 3rd location in space to swap war stories. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Which one are you going to?
We're going to the random places, A and B.
All right.
Kind of want to see what they're up.
Very good.
Since you came up with the whole plot line, John, I just want to poke you and be like, what is A? What is B? I hope you came up with these ahead of time.
Location A is Ord Mantell. Location B is Ryloth.
Okay. Do we know where we're taking the materials for the first delivery guy?
That's actually a shadow port. It's not a specific planetary location. It's coordinates in deep space.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wait, they said mid-rim. Where in deep space?
Yeah.
There's lots of space in space.
I know, but we happened upon a spot in deep space at one point that makes me very concerned.
Oh, that one like weird crystal base kind of thing?
I'm talking about the time we accidentally popped up next to the Death Star.
Death Star, never heard of her.
It was on the opposite side of the planet. You were fine.
We are fine. It was the first Death Star, it can't shoot us.
Right.
Okay. Well, we'll let Zap figure that out while we figure along.
So Ord Mantell and Ryloth. Both of those are not ideal locations to raid, considering heavy Imperial presence.
Yeah, but Ryloth has got like an
They
underground.
do. We can... Actually, me and Ted would have knowledge about potential resistance on Ryloth. We would know about Syndulla.
Yeah.
Clone and droid. We would at least have knowledge of it. Might not have met him personally, but...
Well, and there should be a decent on Ord Mantell. There should also be a decent rebel faction there as well.
Hmm.
I
I'm trying to remember where Lord Mentel is. Like, the name obviously is there. Oh god.
Sorry.
Here we go.
We good?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's scope out Ord Mantell first, if that is location A, or whichever is location A.
Ord Mantell was location A, yes.
Cool, let's deliver the stuff there and leave Zap to do his Zaptacular activities.
Okay. Coming out of hyperspace near Ord Mantell, you receive a hail.
Got your delivery, what's up?
Please transmit your identification so that we can provide you with a secure landing location.
Boop. Just a normal, obfuscated, we're not a smuggler, I swear.
Okay. Alright, you are cleared to land. Please, while you are on our planet, do not cause any problems.
Would never.
I'm assuming we were given the contact to who we were delivering this to as well.
Yes.
I'm assuming we have some kind of a signal or something just to ping them and be like, hey, pizza's here. You know?
Basically, yes.
Ding dong, Domino's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. There he is. Okay. That's the wrong person. Okay. All right. So you arrive at the designated docking bay, and there is a small group of binary load lifters and a human woman, blonde hair, in a combat suit. I do not believe you've encountered her before, no.
Okay.
Howdy. Got your, somebody order a pizza?
All right, so you said a human woman in a combat suit, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And 2 load lifters that I can totally remove the restraining bolt on if we need to cause chaos.
Yes.
Cause chaos.
We would never.
All right, so we approach her, we tell her that we have a delivery for her.
Would this be approximately 30 tons?
Yes.
Very good. I'll have my droid start unloading. And I'll be transmitting the payment to your coordinator so you can receive your cut.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Sounds wonderful. Great jumpsuit. Where'd you get it?
Off the rack.
Sweet. Where's the rack?
All right.
Is there, do you have anything that needs shipping? We're hanging out in the mid-rim for a little while, and, you know, as you can tell, we are very, discreet. So if you want us to move anything, we'd be happy to.
As I don't know you and you don't know me, I would prefer that we simply conclude our business here today.
Very respectable.
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you.
Scurvy, can you make a perception roll for me, please?
Oh boy.
And Ted, can you make a mechanics roll for me?
It's not going to be bad.
All right, hold on a second.
That would be the perception. 29.
29, okay.
23 on mechanics.
Okay. So you both notice from your experience with organic beings and mechanical beings that while her movements appear to be rather fluid, there's a slight, almost imperceptible mechanical stiffness to them. Not in any one part of her body, but kind of all over.
Okay.
Like,
Like she's related to General Grievous, or
are we talking like replicants, kind of?
At the very least, some extensive cybernetics, but possibly bordering on what you're suggesting. Will there be anything else, gentlemen? And I am presuming, yes.
I have noticed a 4 millisecond delay in your motion. Would you like that repaired?
Scurvy, don't just ask someone you have. You can't just tell someone they have a 4 millisecond delay.
Your observation is noted, but I would kindly ask that you mind your own business.
Fair enough. I will be in the refresher, and I will leave.
Okay, well, I think it's time for us to go then.
I'm walking off the ship.
Off the ship?
Yes.
We're like a talk.
Scurvy.
We're in a talk.
Are we like? We're on land, right? We're in
Yeah.
the spaceport.
Right.
Scurvy has excused themselves to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna find a data port I can plug into.
Okay.
So, I would like to see if I can find out, one, is this the actual warehouse these supplies will be staying at? And two, if it is, or wherever they're going, can I see their security information, just to see how beefy they are?
Okay, I'm going to need a computer use roll.
And because this is suspicious as all get out, I'm going to technobabble her with, yeah, sorry, he's a Clone Wars relic, and his battery goes from 97 to 9.7% all the time, and he has to go charge and thinks, I mean, it's all the war wounds, and how it is with crazy old droids.
Alright, can you make a deception roll for me there, Udix?
A deception roll, that's my, yeah.
That's a 33, by the way.
What'd you get?
33
33,
for
okay.
use computer.
Alright.
19 plus 14. Is that
Take his number, divide it by 3. Got an 11.
11.
Which is good for me for a deception roll. I'm not the talky one.
Okay. Alright. So she kind of looks at you, Dex, but if he's supposed to be charging, why is he using a data port? Is he...
He's
Yes.
he's advanced. He's got a data port that is a charge.
So here
if he
the
shakes
thing.
it more than twice, then we worry about how he's using the data port.
No, here's the thing. His overcharge capacitors got blown out in the war, so he has to slow charge on data ports when he's at this weird data set. Look, I can show you his schematics. I pull them up. As you can see, his battery is all messed up, and he's got messed up poo brain. Also, a big old rotary blaster on his back. Just like a real piece of work. That hat is actually welded on. You would not believe who has done what to this droid. It is genuinely impugning on every mechanic's professional credentials that this droid even exists.
I'm going to let you make a second deception check because that was impressive.
Hey, 21!
I will say it's the equivalent of charging your phone in the USB port of your laptop. It'll charge.
Okay. So, yeah, she's just staring at you, kind of squinting. None of what you said makes any sense.
That's how you know it's true.
Okay. Could you please have him disengage and be on your way? Otherwise, I'm going to have to call port security, and I'd rather not do that.
Can you give him one more minute for charging?
Two things. At this point, I am like walking back, just like slower, just be like, that was not a charging port. Just like I'm slowly dying. Second thing, what did I get from that?
First of all, because you were trying to fake this, I need you to roll deception.
Oh boy.
Oh, please. By the gods, please. Robotic gods, do it. What is that number? That's a 15. Plus. I think I only have a 3. Deception 3. So 18?
Yikes.
Oh my.
You have like 6 charisma.
I'm not
I have.
sure.
It's 7. I have -2.
I'm not sure why you were hired for this job, but the goods got here on time and intact, so I'm going to encourage you to be on your way, and I would kindly ask that you not take this run again.
Okay, hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.
Okay. So back aboard the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we start moving for location B. Scurvy, what'd you get?
What were you looking for?
I got trying to get security information on wherever the warehouse that this stuff is getting delivered to.
Okay.
Like checking to see if it's getting moved to a different location or if it's just staying here. And then what kind of security protocols, security team, security droids, whatever they got.
Okay. You're only able to get like exterior information. You don't know what's inside of the building, but it is about 2 blocks over.
Mm.
And the outside is rather densely built with some moderate security.
Moderate security.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely not handling like an assault, but can keep vagrants out if necessary.
Correct.
Well, that's probably the smart amount to have. Cool.
So now we
Did you
have
find
a
out?
potential other location we can raid for more supplies.
Did you find out who these people are?
I was not looking for that. I will do that at the next location.
All right. Tyrylon, mobilize the fleet.
Did I happen to get that information or no?
No,
I didn't specify I was looking for that, so.
No, you didn't exactly bring up who owns what buildings. The deed information was a little
Very
more
hot.
secure.
That would have been really useful to know, but I did get to impugn your character, body, and existence significantly, which made it all worth it for me. Tyryloth.
All right. Let's bring that one up.
This one we probably do have to be on like our best behavior because there might be a rebel cell, but it's also heavily controlled by the Empire.
I mean, that might have been a rebel cell, for all we know.
You don't
Well,
know.
Yeah,
at
they
least
usually
got-
don't announce themselves as to who and what they are.
Right.
If
Yeah, unless-
I found out that the warehouse was like 2 blocks away, that effectively means I have the address,
Yes.
so I can just message it to the Resistance and be like, "Hey, do you recognize this building?"
That would be a remarkable breach of operational security, my dude.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it now.
Yeah. I mean, no, I mean, even you knowing that information. You'd have to erase the information.
No.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ryloth.
All right. Yeah. So you come out of hyperspace over Ryloth, and your proximity alarms are going off.
Ah! Evasive actions. What's going on?
There are 5 capital ships in your way. Very large.
Holy Cronola!
Oh, it's a blockade. Okay.
Well, you're not gonna believe this, but this thing's a blockade runner. Where are we going?
To the surface.
We do have an official delivery. They might let us through.
Hey, come, blood rain or fatal mushrooms or rancors of the night, the mail always gets through. Thrall to the max. Let's just dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge down here. Yeehaw!
Are we just sending it? We're not going to say, hey, we have a delivery.
Do you understand how a blockade works?
Yeah, but if we have an official reason to show up.
Even with that, I think we have a blockade runner. We run the blockade. We just go for it.
Yeah, I'm full sending it. Scurvy, plug in. I might need an extra jewel.
You're using me as a battery?
I've used you for worse.
That is also correct. Are we getting messages or anything? Is someone trying to call us?
Yeah, they're trying to get a hold of you.
All right. Edna, figure out who's on there. Ted,
I'm gonna
get the
answer
guns.
the phone. I'm gonna answer the phone.
Use computer or answer the call. It's up to you.
I just
Use computer.
Let's
I'm
have
good.
Edna, because she's sober now, answer the phone.
Let's
Oh, yeah, this is like-
instead of use computer.
What? You're answering the phone?
Sure, because using computers wasn't gonna work.
Okay.
Hello?
Unidentified starship.
Identified starship.
Yes, we will need you to stand down and prepare for inspection.
How do ships stand?
We need you to cease all movement, lower your shields, and prepare to be boarded.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Who are these guys?
This is the Empire.
That's also a really not good idea.
Do you say that into the microphone?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ted, turbo lasers, please. Red alert, battle stations, full send, let's go!
I'm ready.
It is being dumb again.
I do love the play dumb strat.
All right. So
We do. This is also our carrier, so we could deploy our A-wings and have some pilots fly for us in case they're sending TIE fighters after us. How many Star Destroyers are there?
5.
So it's like 700 TIE fighters. It's like a casual 750 TIE fighters.
I was gonna say that's a lot of TIE fighters.
Yeah. All right. Well, max power to engines.
Okay. The one chasing after you, you happen to glance at the screen, is the Tumnar.
Hardly knew her.
Right.
I don't know why that seems.
So, who's flying this thing again?
Yo.
All right. We're going to need you to make some evasive maneuvers here.
You got it, Chief.
You said
Come
you have a
on.
plus, like 18 to.
I have a
pilot,
plus. I have a plus 18.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
And also, I'm checking up on the old bad boy to see what I did to it, because we are currently flying in the Pocket Aces, which does not have the Return to Sender Imperial Star Destroyer button in it, which is a bummer. But it does have 4 proton torpedoes and a little hatch in the front in case someone gets in front of us. So if we let ourselves get tractor beamed in, we can fire them and really, really surprise someone. Anyway. Pretty good for me, 32.
32. Okay. So you managed to avoid their attempts at tractoring you in initially. But yeah. But then they start shooting at you. So, what is the
Not ideal.
the reflex defense on your lovely little vehicle here?
Reflex defense is 16.
Okay.
And I think it might also be time to... Are they firing turbo lasers at us?
Yes.
Okay.
Where to go? Do I have anything that big? Oh, there it is. You said 16?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a
Just how
30
the party dies. It.
Sorry, what's up, John?
A 30 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, that'll hit. That hits a 16.
Yep. And where'd I put that one?
There you got the pen and paper.
Yep. So, 125 damage.
Oh, we die.
What? You don't have shields up?
We do have shields up, but like that genuinely actually demolishes our shields and starts doing damage.
Okay.
So we can survive like 2 more hits like that.
Is this how the party dies?
Apparently.
2 years into the campaign, we're all gonna die right now.
No, we're all gonna come back as traditions with Zap. He's been breeding us this whole time, and we're having the baby smugglers adventures as a bunch of little 2-foot high Trandoshan little newt people.
That's where Zap has been, just raising their clutch.
Raising a clutch.
I mean, there's only one real
Oh my gosh.
but anyway. Alright, so let's
Can we disengage and run away?
I'm
Yeah,
trying.
please.
I'm trying.
okay.
I'm trying. This thing is quite fast.
Okay. What's the speed?
I'm already reloading coordinates to hyperspace back to Org Mental.
Well, hang on.
I'm just like last
See how-
location.
Yeah, we
I
are
have the system.
4 times faster than this thing. So if we keep running and survive, we'll
Right.
make it. Yeah.
Alright. So
How long are we going to
That
be at range
implies
of
we
it?
survive.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do evasive maneuvers.
Alright, roll for it.
I don't think that's like a real thing, but
Yeah, just pilot check.
I hear spinning's a good trick.
That, my friends, with a plus 18 is a 38.
Oh.
Okay, well, I rolled a 3. So,
Hey.
Suck it, Imperial nerds.
so you managed to slip just outside of their range. They are fighters, but you have a pretty significant lead.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. The fighters can probably catch up with us, but we have the tactical fire bonus, so we can cease that
Okay.
warbling. All allied starships within this area automatically avoid being engaged in a dogfight, so we can forego our attacks to avoid being engaged in a dogfight.
Okay.
So we do that.
All right. So, what's your destination? Are you still aiming for the planet, or are you just running?
Yeah, we got the cargo's got to go through.
We run and we get to the pilot.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to get. We got to get rid of this cargo. So we still have to go down to the planet Gore.
Racer.
Planet
Okay.
surface, rather.
Kathleen over here singing
I-
Braves to Robin.
That is not the direction I thought we were going. I thought we were
Going to space?
speed backwards. Yeah.
No, we're diving
we're just-
through the blockade.
We gotta avoid, go around, get down,
Yep.
and get down on it. Doodle, doodle.
You know, Ryloth is famous for its big, like rock formations and stuff. So we might have to haul this cargo on the ground, but we can do that.
Huge tracts of
Oh
land.
my. Okay.
Wait.
We're gonna have to hide in a canyon somewhere to repair the ship.
We turn around. Go to town.
Oh my.
And then we boot scoot, and then we boogied.
Okay. Anyway.
I
Alright.
would like to say that after that first hit, for the first time, you see a little hatch kind of pop open in the pirate hat, and a big blinking like red siren light is just swirling around, and Scurvy's just like, "We're all going to die."
Okay.
Well, I thought we were legitimately dead when Sam's like, "Yeah, that kills us. We're dead. That kills
Yeah,
us." I'm like,
I
"Wait,
thought
what?"
we were just done. I thought that was it. Game over.
It's a lot of damage.
I mean,
How
Sam, I'd
much
like to
health
introduce
do we
you to
have
something
left?
I call phrasing.
Hey, I wanted to make sure you guys were all awake.
I mean, I was
We were
gonna-
We're all awake.
You can spend it.
Anxiety went from 50 to 1,000.
Should we stop here and start
With-
recording?
In all seriousness, Sam, how much health does our ship have right now?
Now,
Yeah,
795 hit points.
but no shields.
No shield.
No
Those
shield.
will come back
So
though.
that just straight through us will we get hit again. We're done.
Yeah, we had
Anyway.
damage. We had damage reduction 15, so and 100 shields, and we took 120. So that was 5 past the shields.
So shield
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, shields down.
So
But that's what turbo lasers are for.
So somebody can start making
That's
a
less
prayer
than
to
ideal.
bring the shields back up.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Like little siren still. Whew, whew, whew.
All
Okay.
right. And
That's a nat 20 for mechanic.
Got hot rolls today.
yeah,
Feels good.
Totaling 34.
34. Okay.
At this point, I'm desperate.
It's going to take you a minute, but you're going to be able to get the shields back up. All right.
And
And
these Star Destroyers
heading into
should be
Ryloth, who's watching the sensors?
I'm preoccupied.
weak. I'm also preoccupied.
I guess me because I'm not shooting anything. So
Okay.
I'm.
Either Ted or Edna.
You're
Is
welcome.
Edna still on the phone with the Empire?
Na, 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 na.
Yes. What exactly is you doing? Are you still on the call, or did you hang up on them most rudely?
I am just singing hold music.
You're not playing it, and it's all in Shriwook.
It's just it's the Star Wars theme in Shriwook chants, like throat singing.
Oh my. Okay.
Why do I envision this like the conversation between Poe Dameron and General Hux?
I like it. It's very Star
Holding?
Wars.
I'm holding for General Hux.
Okay.
I pulled a kazoo out of gosh knows where and am playing the Cantina Band song on the kazoo for them.
So it's just
Nice.
dooty 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 dooty.
All right.
But I get to the last note and then I don't play it and then I start the song over.
Ow, that hurts my brain. All right. So as you glance at the computer screen there, Edna, you notice that not only is the Tumnar following you, but also now the Chirac is also following you. So you have
That name seems familiar.
two
Have
Star
we seen that
Destroyers.
Star Destroyer before?
I don't believe you personally have encountered this one before.
Okay. Who remembers?
Know anybody on it?
Let me double check.
Hey, Ted,
Was Kyle on that thing?
can you plug
This is
in
Kyle.
and grab a map of Ryloth, or do you remember any particular cool canyon formations? Because we might need to do some power drifting.
Oh,
Location where
There'd be
we
the
handled
canyon.
a particular Jedi at one point.
I was gonna say the canyons that are just outside their capital, Syndulla's home, just in the back around that would probably be sufficient.
All right, well that
Might be
sounds
a little-
good.
okay.
It might be a little too close for comfort, though.
No, it'll
Like
be
next
fun.
to the Capital.
Let me know if those shields are up. We'll pull up. I'll get them close enough to follow us real closely, and then I'll lead them through the canyons and see if they stupidly crash like most Imperials do.
Okay.
Do I need to roll another check to get some shields up?
No, that'll be sufficient.
Okay.
All right. But in the middle of all this excitement, I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap for the moment.
Whoop whoop, cliffhanger.
We're gonna die.
We'll be fine.
It's the hangar on the cliff.
Wait, did
It's
you
a
just
cliff
roll and
hanger.
say we're gonna die? Did you just roll a 1 on shield repair and invert the tachyon field or
No,
something?
I'm just saying we're gonna die because we got hit once
However, because
We got
Kevin
hit
failed doing
once.
this earlier,
and we were almost dead.
all of the other reasons. Today's episode and today's cliffhanger is brought to you by our show sponsors.
Now you're doing a plug.
You're welcome.
Perfect timing. You gotta fit it in somewhere.
All right. So,
So we have that going for us.
yes. Thank you, gentlemen and Kathleen, so much for participating this evening.
Just in case anybody who forgot what our show sponsors are, because they were
Our
brought up in
imminent
the show.
demise brought to you by all of our friends here.
Our intimate demise is brought to you by our ability to stay uber awake with Monkey Cult Coffee.
Kathleen's out of Monkey Cult Coffee. That's part of the problem today.
Well, see,
I did actually finally order some. It'll be here in like 3 weeks to a month, given that Alaska takes forever.
Well,
So,
you do have
in
that,
about a
so
month,
that's good.
I can give a review of the coffee.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks everybody for sticking around and watching us play our wee little game here. We're looking forward to doing another recording session like this here in the very near future. This was actually a lot of fun to do it this way. And yeah, anyhow, that's it. Check us out on your favorite audio podcast providers. Make sure that you go check out the Growing Up Skywalker podcast and, give them a Patreon check because their Spice Run is a lot of fun and it's way more entertaining. Not that the other show isn't entertaining,
Right.
the base show, don't get me wrong, but Spice Run is, as it says, spicy, and it gets to be a little more entertaining. So check that out. And then, of course,
Young Jedi.
So here's the thing about Young Jedi. It's a lot. There's like 50 episodes in one season because each episode's only like 12 minutes long. So maybe. We're still figuring out what we're going to do.
Okay.
It's weird
and then
to
as
do
a
like
reminder,
a... Sorry, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
It's weird to like grab a very young kids show and talk about on our this is the podcast where we cuss. Like I don't know who the audience is. This joke is for no one. But
You know, that's a good idea, and we need to do that for like a Bluey podcast.
yeah, I mean,
Oh God,
We'll talk.
maybe.
You're gonna
We'll
freaking like
workshop
it. You're
it.
gonna
We'll workshop
freaking
it.
care. So,
All right.
stuff like that. But as a reminder, we also have revamped our Patreon channel. So now there are 3 levels only, and there's a $1, a $3, and a $15. The $15 gives you the opportunity to come roll dice with us and do this
Oh,
this
cool.
thing here, but as a special guest of the RPG. So and up to 2 times a year. So yeah, you'll have an opportunity to do that. That's in the $15 level. The 1 and 3 offer you opportunity to get the show early, and then the $3 gives you the opportunity to get the show early and get the all the behind the scenes bonus fun content. Anyway, that's enough about us. Go check us out. There's our information down in the show notes down below. Go check out, like I said, go check out Growing Up Skywalker, show notes and the information down below and all that kind of fun stuff. And I think that's going to do it for us because that sounds like a wrap. That should be a wrap.
Yeah,
Well, let's wrap.
That'll be a wrap.
Yeah.
Wrap.
Copyright 2024 FSF Podcast. Reference any specific product or entity mentioned on this podcast does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by FSF Podcast. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact us via email at info@fsfpodcast.com.